The city of Abuja is very amazing and unique when it comes to the real estate, when it comes to the city itself. Now, the real estate is even more fascinating because of the land administration, because of the steady development that happens in the city, and because of the high demand of real estate in this particular city. Before we are able to establish why this happens in Abuja, we have to establish the backstory of how this city came to life, what brought about the development of this city, what brought about the idea of the city we currently know as Abuja. My name is Alifune David, and I'm a real estate broker here in the city of Abuja, who is committed to bringing you the absolute best of real estate, providing you with the most affordable properties for sale in the real estate market in Abuja, and also educating you to making informed decisions when you want to invest into the Abuja real estate market. Now, we all know that before now, the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria was Lagos because of its hustling and the bustling nature of that said city 247. And it is currently known as the most commercial city in Africa. Now, this is an amazing thing for a city to have. But for this said factor, the federal government of Nigeria at that particular time decided to create a city that is more accepting to outside bodies, because we all know that Lagos is a swampy area, which is not good for visitors and also investors who are coming to invest into Nigeria. For said reason and for other reasons, they decided to create a new city. And another reason they had at that particular time is that at that time, the city of Lagos was more populated by the Yoruba people, followed by the Hausas, then the Igbos, and they wanted it to be equal, and they decided to create a city that is in the central district of Nigeria. If you are to look at the Nigerian map very closely, you would notice that Abuja is located in the central district of Nigeria, which is easily accessible from the north, the east, the west, and from the south. Now, this is the main reason why the city was created, for it to be easily accessible to each and every ethnic group inside Nigeria. When this idea was first initiated, the president of Nigeria at that particular time was Shehu Shagari, and he brought about the idea of creating a new city and gave the job of designing the master plan of Abuja to a Japanese architect known as Kenzo Tange. I hope I am pronouncing that right. And within the 70s, the construction of Abuja started, 1979 to be precise. The construction of Abuja started, and Shehu Shagari established that before 1986, the city will be fully completed and residents can begin coming into the city for the main purpose of residing in the city. And for some time, he shifted the date from 1986 to 1982 because of how fast development was happening at that particular time. Now, before the creation of Abuja, the federal government of Nigeria got inspo from other great cities around the world. And one particular example is the Brasilia, which is Brazil, the capital city of Brazil, which was also developed by the Brazilian government. And 16 years after that, the creation of Abuja, the city, started. Now, with this and with the great inspo they had from other major cities around the world, you should know that they would be exceeding a certain expectation when it comes to creating a well-planned city. And some few days ago, I had the opportunity of laying my eyes on the master plan of Abuja, and there is one thing I can tell you for a fact, is that consider Abuja to be an estate, a very huge estate, which is currently run or which is currently controlled by the federal government of Nigeria. Now, it has 5 phases, and from those 5 phases, they are designated areas to strictly residential areas, strictly commercial areas, and strictly infrastructural areas to keep the city the way it currently is inside Nigeria. At the time of the creation of the city Abuja, Lagos was the most populated city inside Nigeria with about 1.8 million people at that particular time, and Abuja was just 48,000 people, or an estimated number around that said digit. Like I stated earlier, that if you have to pay close attention to the Nigerian map, you would know that the city Abuja is located in the central district of Nigeria. Now they had to actually collect lands from 4 different states to make this city Abuja. And at that particular time, they established the Land Use Act of 1978, which every single real estate transaction still abides to till today. Now, with this, the creation started, and from then henceforth to currently, we have seen a massive development in the city Abuja. We have seen a massive infrastructural development in the city Abuja. We have seen how the city Abuja has turned out to be over time. And one thing I would want to establish to you is that in 1988, the University of Abuja was built. And in 1991, the Aso Rock Villa was launched by Ibrahim Babangida. Now, from the year 2000 to the year 2010, the Abuja city experienced a growth in population of over 140% within 10 years. In 2022, Abuja was censored and it was discovered that about 2 million people was residing inside Abuja in 2022. Currently, there are about 6 million people residing inside Abuja. And this is one of the things that makes it unique. I was having a conversation with a colleague some days ago, and he said something that even if Abuja grew to a population of 30 million people, the city would still be able to accommodate each and every person that resides inside Abuja, because the more the population in Abuja grows, the more the city expands. Now, like I said, Abuja has 5 phases, and from those 5 phases, there are just only 3 phases that are currently developed as I'm speaking to you right now in Abuja, and they still have more space to expand this said city. And these are some of the things that makes the Abuja real estate market very unique in terms of the planning, in terms of the development, in terms of the road network, in terms of the road itself. I mean, coming to Abuja, coming to our office, right, there is a road, a spot that is not too bad and will be considered very good in other cities inside Nigeria. But immediately they saw the issue of that particular road, the next day they came to fix the road. These are some of the things that I noticed inside Abuja that makes it very different from each and every place inside Nigeria. Now we have established the fact of how this city has developed over time and what brought about the development of this city. I would want to pass out to you the information that makes Abuja very different from each and every city inside Nigeria. Now, number one is the population inside Abuja. Like I stated before now, that in 2022, the population inside Abuja was 2 million people, and currently it is 6 million. And this continues to go year over year, with a 35% increase each year in the population of citizens inside Abuja, making the demand for real estate higher, making the demand for housing higher, making the demand for more investment higher, and making the demand in real estate generally higher. And you know that too much demand drives the price of any product, no matter what you are selling. So it is how this said city is organized. I stated earlier that Kenzo Tange designed the master plan for Abuja, and he himself, before he passed away, he has experienced some of the great cities, he has designed some of the great cities around the world, and he brought in those said inspo into Abuja, making it very organized. There are some places you would go to inside Abuja and you would be thinking to yourself, wow, is this place inside Nigeria? I mean, there was this statement I heard a lot of people made before I moved to Abuja, that when you come to Abuja, you would not know, you have no idea that this city is still inside Nigeria. That is why a lot of people say that why the politicians of Nigeria don't pay attention to the problems of Nigeria is because they are living in Abuja. So they are not much affected by the situation of how the economy is and how roads are bad in several states. This is one fact that makes Abuja very different from each and every location inside Nigeria. 3, it's cleanliness. Now, when you come to Abuja, it is something else. This city is a city I would want each and every Nigerian to experience in terms of how to live in this said city and how the living in this said city is unique and special. Number 4 is the attraction center. Now, if you are driving around Abuja and you are paying close attention to your environment, you would see that there are some places inside Abuja that if you are to sit at those set places, I mean, you would not be thinking about life itself. You would be somewhere else, because I have seen some views inside Abuja that I have never seen anywhere else, in terms of the hills, in terms of the mountains, and other great things based on the National Mosque, the National Church, and other great infrastructures inside Abuja. There are a lot of attraction centers inside Abuja for you to visit. So this is something you should also experience as an investor, as somebody who is planning to relocate into Abuja, and just as somebody who wants to visit Abuja for sightseeing. You should definitely come and invest and see the city for yourself. 5, it is the central location. Now, when I was establishing the fact that Abuja is the central location of Nigeria, I am sure you have noticed it by now that it is located right in the central district of Nigeria, which is easily accessible to each and every ethnic group inside Nigeria. This makes it very strategic and very unique as a city which you should consider investing in if you are an investor who is interested in gaining capital appreciations or gaining returns on investment over time when it comes to real estate investing. 6, the government and the international hub. I stated earlier that one of the main factors that pushed or drove the decision of the president of that time to create a new city is for it to be accepting to external bodies, and this is what Abuja is currently doing with places like the Transcorp Hilton Hotel and other great infrastructures that are accepting to foreign bodies. These are some things that makes Abuja very unique. With the presence of the federal government of Nigeria, with the presence of international bodies, with the presence of international investors, these are some of the things that brings about the development of Abuja. These are some of the things that makes Abuja very special and very unique. Now, I am saying all this to set the fact to you as an investor that investing into Abuja, you are not just investing into another location in Nigeria. You are investing into the FCT of Abuja, where there are a lot of opportunities available to you as an investor. Now, coming to Abuja, I have come to realize that there are a lot of products on the market for investors. Some of these products are not genuine. Some of these products are some that if you put your money in, day by day, you are going to be experiencing challenges while investing into those products. That is why when I came to Abuja, I made that important partnership with a real estate firm that has the data, that has the information, that also has the master plan in mind to take investors to the right places to invest in when it comes to the Abuja real estate market. Like I said before, my name is Alefune David and I'm a real estate broker here in the city of Abuja, who is committed to bringing you the absolute best of real estate in this city and also educating you to making informed decisions on investing into the Abuja real estate market. If this has been very insightful for you and you want to invest into the real estate market in Abuja, make sure to reach out to me on the number showing right on your screen to push you to the right direction on where to invest in to gain capital appreciations over time as an investor. See you in my next video session.